Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Putt-Putt Partners. Today we are reviewing Fiesta Village in Colton, California.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Michelle.
And this is Putt-Putt Partners.
Woo!
So, Fiesta Village just hit its 50th anniversary last year. Miniature golf was the original attraction, as well as trampolines and Baja Buggies track in a different part of the park. Most of the iconic obstacles on the course, like the windmill, castle, and Alamo, are all original. The circular concept of batting cages was first created at their batting cages. They also made history introducing the world's first bumper boat pond. They were also California's first ever 4-flume water slide park.
That's amazing. That's some cool history.
Yeah, it is.
And that windmill, you could not tell that it was 50 years old. They have really taken care of it.
Yeah, the windmill was really
I just want to say that windmill was sick.
Okay. So, now with that...
Cool history. Cool history.
What were your first thoughts when we pulled up?
When we pulled up, my very first thought was, there's a Dairy Queen? Because like it shows Fiesta Village and then it's a Dairy Queen. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can think. My first thought was there's a Dairy Queen in there.
Yeah, I was like, weird, but
cool.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. So, yeah. It was like kind of like misleading. So I don't know if that's the right word for it, but it's like a little building when you first go. So you're like, it's just a Dairy Queen and the counter in there. But then you enter into the park and then that's where everything is. So there's multiple buildings. I'm used to it just like being one big building. So that was my first impression.
Yeah, same. I was almost confused if we were at the right place, but the sign had the name out front, so I was like, this must be it.
Yeah, and you could see the little racetrack.
Yeah. So, okay, with that, let's just jump right into this. What'd you think about the design?
So, the design, I knocked it down a little bit because the first course, Buster's Bogey course, am I correct there?
I believe so.
That course ended at 16 holes, and I was behind, and I was expecting 18 holes, so where'd they go? Like, and I don't know if they took it out to build that picnic area or whatnot. The picnic area was super cool. It was in between both the courses. But again, like how it I don't know. I wasn't wowed by the layout or the design, and I was super confused by the fact it ended at 16 holes.
Yeah, when it ended at 16, I thought back and I remembered there was a spot where you had to backtrack across multiple holes. And I believe at some time in its history, they must have taken 2 holes out to add in a ride or something like that.
Or that picnic area.
They said that the picnic area was a pond, babe.
Oh, yeah. I'm tired. Sorry about that.
Okay. Well, with that, what did you score it?
Bang! 6.
I also gave it a 6. And on to the theme.
The theme I loved. I loved the theme. I know it was kind of all over the place. Like they had the Alamo, they had the windmill, they had the castle, they had these like old style buildings. So like for me, if you hit a mini golf theme, Like if you have those like standout items that I'm looking for, like the castle, the windmill, the moving windmill, it even lit up. Yeah, I like that. It didn't really make sense. Like the Wild West wasn't really Wild West, and Bogey's bunker course had the Alamo in it, which I loved the Alamo. And it was cool seeing like a mini version because we've seen it in real life. So, but yeah, I think the theme was mini golf, and I like that theme. So yeah.
I disagree a little bit. I mean, I see what you're saying, but if you tell me it's a Wild West course, like I expect like some kind of Wild West theming of the course.
They had those buildings.
Okay. But as far as the actual course itself, there really was no theme that I saw.
It was a mini golf theme. I'll stick by that.
Okay, you stick by that. Let's score that.
I'm going to go ahead and give the theme an 8 because I like that kind of stuff. They had a lot of it.
I was missing the theme.
All right. And then on to condition.
Condition, on the other hand, was one of the high points in my opinion. I thought the day that we went, it had rained earlier that day. It wasn't raining when we were there, but I'm not going to count them down because we went on a day that it rained. So the actual turf itself actually looked to be in good condition all over. It was bright colored. It was fun. Something a little different. It didn't have all like one color.
It was multiple colors.
Yeah. So, and honestly, for the amount of rain and weather that it had gotten, I was surprised that there wasn't more debris on the course. The course actually was pretty clean because they had trees and stuff there. And I only remember really one or two holes with some leaves that we cleaned up a little bit as we got up there. I would have expected more for the weather. So yeah, as far as condition goes, I was pretty happy with the place.
I think for the condition, the fact that it's 50 years old, it's been so well taken care of. Like, yeah, there wasn't a ton of trash. I mean, it wasn't in perfect condition, but the condition, especially knowing that it's been there for 50 years and that started with those two courses, they were in pretty good condition for that. Like, you can tell there's been like love and remodeling done and upgrades to keep it in the condition it is. So that's something I appreciate.
Yeah, I fully agree. There's so many of these courses that we go to that, well, I mean, it's not like we've been to that many, but
We'll get there.
Some of the ones that we've gone to, you can tell that they were all built around the same time. And I bet you they were beautiful when they were first built. And a lot of them are just like not being taken care of these days.
Yeah, and I feel like Fiesta Village is taking care of their stuff.
I agree. So what'd you score it?
I gave it a 7.
I went a little higher with a 9.
Nice. All right, now we're going to cost. And the cost is one flat fee of $20 for 2 hours unlimited golf.
I think it's a great value. We've paid a lot more for a lot less. I think you can play, if you wanted to, you could play the 18-hole course probably 3 to 4 times in 2 hours. Or if you're playing both of them, you could probably make it through both courses twice in 2 hours.
I beg to differ there, but that's okay. I think that it depends on, I mean, we went on a rainy day. Nobody was there. You can golf a little faster. I don't believe that would be the case if it was on a busy day. I don't think you could golf them all within 2 hours twice, but I know for sure you can at least golf each course, and that puts it at $10 when we're used to paying $15 or more. So yeah, good value for what it is.
Yeah, I fully agree. So what'd you score that?
I gave the cost a 7.
I gave the cost a 9. On to X Factor.
X Factor. X Factor.
Go ahead.
X Factor. You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Because I love it so much.
Yes, so much.
All right, so for me, the X Factor is kind of cool. Once again, you have a Dairy Queen in there. They also had like amusement park rides. That's cool. Don't usually see that. They also had like a pizza joint where it had like a patio, and I seen somebody out there drinking beers, watching his kid. Love that. Then you get to go to a separate building, and that's the arcade. They had water slides, they had batting cages, they had a skating rink. You don't usually see that. Customer service was super nice. Shout out to Fiesta Village. You guys took really good care of us, and that was amazing. So yeah, the X Factor's cool stuff.
Yeah, we even went in the like birthday room. They were setting up for a party. We went and took a look at that. The multiple building of it, like that whole deal is actually, I mean, as long as it's not raining, like it's kind of cool that it was set up the way that it was. And yeah.
Yeah, really neat. It was kind of like spaced out. Didn't feel like, even if there were like a bunch of people there, I felt like it was spaced out enough to where you wouldn't feel really crowded.
So what'd you score that?
I gave the X Factor an 8.
I went with a 7.
Boop, boop, boop. So my total is a 36.
And I totaled up to a 34. Together, that's a 70.
That's a 70.
And I believe that puts it in 7th overall. Well, that's a pretty good score.
It is a good score. And you don't usually rate super high, so those 9s mean a lot.
If the place deserves it.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so with that, there is merch link down in the description, along with our Amazon affiliates link. Just by clicking on that and buying anything on Amazon, we'll get a small percentage of that, and it would really help the channel out. So if you could click on that before you make your next purchase.
Christmas is coming. Use our link.
Yes, please.
Our full playthroughs for Fiesta Village are already uploaded on the channel. So if you want to check those out and see who was victorious, you can click on those right now. Ryan's going to link them up for you.
And you can also see who has to be the first Putt-Putt Partners advertiser.
If you enjoyed our video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
Yeah.
Notifications. Thanks again for watching Putt-Putt Partners, where mini golf meets real talk.
Late.